In 2021, Japan did something unprecedented. Amid rising suicide rates and a silent epidemic of social isolation, the government appointed a minister for loneliness. It wasn't a political gimmick, it was a response to a painful truth. People were dying from being alone. The pandemic only amplified what was already there. Millions of people feeling invisible in their own country. And in a culture that often values quiet endurance, many suffered in silence. But Japan decided silence was no longer acceptable. To tackle this, the government created the Office for Policy on Loneliness and Isolation. Its mission? To bring together researchers, support groups, local governments, and even tech companies to study, understand, and ultimately reduce loneliness. They started with something simple but powerful: listening. Listening to the stories of those who felt left behind. Listening to the elderly who hadn't spoken to anyone in weeks. Listening to the single mothers, the jobless, the grieving, and even the hikikomori, young adults who locked themselves away from society for years. In 2024, Japan passed a national law recognizing loneliness and isolation as urgent social issues, not just personal struggles. It's now mandatory for local governments to form support councils. Specially trained volunteers are dispatched to reach out and help. A national database collects the most effective programs and ideas from across the country so that no one has to start from scratch. This is not charity. This is public health. Japan also created something called the Public-Private Collaboration Platform, a space where nonprofits, businesses, academics, and policymakers all work together to solve this crisis. And it doesn't stop at their borders. Japan has joined hands with countries like the UK, who also appointed a minister for loneliness, to learn from each other and share solutions globally. Because loneliness isn't just a Japanese problem, it's human and it's everywhere. So, is it working? The truth is, it's still early, but something is changing. People are talking, communities are being built, and the government is treating loneliness not as a weakness, but as something real and solvable. Maybe that's the most powerful change of all, because when a country dares to care for the unseen, the unheard, and the forgotten, it sends a message to the world. You are not alone. Find your spark. Find your people.